first to the best-selling children's book author Cornelia Funke, the first volume of her Ink trilogy has just been filmed in Hollywood. Does the enchanted world of the book translate to the big screen?
It was a truly magical event. At the world premiere of Inkheart in Berlin, writer and now film producer Cornelia Funke was eagerly awaited by fans of all ages.
Once upon a time, there was a dear little girl who was loved by everyone who met her, but especially by her grandmother, who would have given her anything. Once, she gave her a little hood of a red velvet. What was that?
Maggie has now grown older. What she doesn't know is that her father, Mo, is a silver tongue. He has the power to read things into and out of books. And then she finds out why her mother disappeared.
This is the story you have been waiting to hear. And that night we were in the library. So I opened a copy of the book we just bought. Inkheart. I read several chapters aloud and nothing happened. And they appeared out of nowhere. From the medieval world of the book. A thuggish bandit working for an evil duke. Dustfinger. My voice brought them out.
Your voice brought them out of the book?
And her mother went in. That's how it works.
Inkheart is a novel that deals with the magic of reading. Cornelia Funke catches not just children's imaginations with her books. She sold some 15 million worldwide, and the Ink trilogy has been especially successful. Funke wanted to make sure her characters were portrayed as she wanted them, so she co-produced the film.
When you get offered the great adventure of having your book filmed, you want to be there when it's made. So I think that was a big reason. Then, of course, I knew I wouldn't have finished the trilogy by the time shooting took place, so I had to make sure the film didn't contradict what I was saying in the third volume. So there were several reasons, but I think the main one was curiosity and playing with the medium of film.
But who's playing with whom? Inkheart, an exciting novel, is now a big Hollywood spectacle that cost about $100 million to produce. The characters are brought to life on the screen. From the medieval fire eater Dustfinger to the writer Fenolio.
But it's too absurd to take seriously. I know my characters are so believable that they seem to leap off the page, but it's simply not possible to...
I think it's an incredibly imaginative idea that one can not only enter the novel, but also bring things out into your world.
And some of those things aren't just evil, but also greedy, so they force Mo to read for them.
Mounds of gold and silver were heaped from floor to ceiling.
High time to escape the clutches of the bandits.
And how do you intend that we escape?
Page 14. The mighty storm?
The house whirled around 2 or 3 times and rose slowly through the air.
Let's do it!
Brendan Fraser was Cornelia Funke's choice for the role. He provided inspiration for her main character, Mo.
Sure, it's wonderful to watch films and all other forms of media, but there's a strong message in Inkheart, given that, in essence, it's about the power of the spoken word.
In Inkheart, Funke declares her love for books. She says she's as hopelessly addicted to writing as she is to chocolate. She's been living in Los Angeles for 3 years, partly because she wanted to influence the filming of Inkheart. That's also why, even at the start, she had a number of meetings with screenwriter David Lindsay-Abaire.
I always worked closely with the screenwriter, and it was very important to David that we worked together. Large sections had to be left out because you basically have only a 1/9 of the time to tell the story. That's when you really need someone very talented who can boil it all down, but who also understands that you have to tell a story differently on the screen. I think he's done that well.
Sometimes the film maintains that mysterious tension between reality and fantasy. For instance, when Maggie discovers she's also a silver tongue.
It was Toto that made Dorothy laugh. He was a little black dog with long silky hair. Toto?
I like that idea of that it had one foot in the real world and one foot in the fantasy, and it was really a question of where the two connected that was really interesting.
It's just like the illustration in the book.
It's hideous. Man's got no taste whatsoever.
Take him to the dungeon. Lock him up.
Unicorn. Flying monkeys. What is this place?
But sometimes Hollywood relies too much on technical effects, especially in the last part of the film. Instead of breathless excitement, there's action and pace, a frenetic showdown. Some fans of the book may miss the magic of reading at this point, but the film may just help people discover the world of books.